Hi, my name's Joe here at Sampson, and in Hi-Fi TV I was sound editor, and basically my role was taking all the recorded sounds, syncing them up into Cubase along with the film and the hit points that we'd made, and trying to make the best and most realistic sounds possible.
Did you enjoy making the project?
Yeah, I did. I feel like I've learnt a lot, and I've definitely found a career prospect which I'd like to pursue.
Well, have you enjoyed using the studios?
I have, yeah, it's been good fun. Every studio session learns something new, and feels like I've really come to grips with the hardware that we have here, and it's been a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Matt Galloway, and in this project I was responsible for the Foley, the making of the DVD, and also a bit of engineering. One problem we come across was when we were grouping all the sounds down in order, I think it was for the gunshot, we wanted some reverb on it, and we wanted to use the Yamaha SPX 1000, which we did. That's this machine here.
There we go.
Right. When we put it through the groups, we couldn't hear anything, so the problem was the group buttons weren't pressed down at the back of the machine.
We obviously got all the settings wrong on the camera and stuff, and so this is our second time now, so hopefully it should be better second time. So it should be cool, and yeah, I've enjoyed doing that. It's been different, I've never done it before, so yeah.
Did you learn a lot from it?
Yeah, I learnt how to use Adobe Premiere on the computer, which was self-taught.
And what about the settings on the camera? What's the main thing to remember not to...
Put it on long play, put it on short play.
Yeah.
Nice one. Cheers for that. Thank you. Bye.
We encountered a few problems. We had to record it twice round because, well, this is in fact the second time.
The second time?
The second time. The first time.
First time.
We recorded. When we got to loading up the video into Premiere Pro, we found that the audio was all broken up and stuttering and basically unusable, so we had to start all over again.
Did you enjoy doing the project?
Yeah, I found it interesting and an exciting thing to do. I'm quite pleased with our end product as well. I think it sounds pretty good, and considering the budget we were on of zero. Right.
Nice one. Cheers for that,
Cheers,
Matt.
Joe.
And here's Joe.
Hello.
Patch leads.
Right. As part of the sound editing process, we had to build up certain sounds, and for example the gunshot sound, which is what we're doing at the moment. Basically we're finding the right levels and then adding effects to them to try and put them in the right place. We've routed the effects to the group channels. I'm just trying to attach some reverb to it so it sounds more realistic in the right room.
My name's Anthony Gregson, and I did the music for this Bourne Ultimatum film, and I was put in charge of music and contact.
And what influences did you get for the music?
I looked at other films of that genre, like other action films, and just found that they mostly used orchestral breaks. So I decided to use an orchestral breaks track, but I did experiment with some other ones, but I made tunes to go to like the fight scene and stuff, but they just sounded too commercial. So I changed to orchestral, and it started to work well.
So how did you incorporate the Contact music map in with the Bourne Ultimatum soundtrack?
We recorded lots of samples of a guitar playing, like each note all the way up, which was palm muted, just strum with a plectrum and then pick with fingers. and we've mapped those into velocity on the contact. So we've used just a few chords here and there just to add some authenticity to where they are, and it's like Spanish kind of foreign sound.
We have a guitar which has 3 different velocity settings. We've got the highest, which would be the plectrum, which is nice hard notes, clear and sustaining, and then we have a softer one which would be power muted, still with the plectrum, but it'd give a nice low end sound, which is short and could be used to build up tension, which I think we're going to use in the Bourne Ultimatum. And the third is fingered, which gives a nice soft sound, and yeah, it gives our contact music map a wide variety of sounds. So Anthony, when you were composing the music, what did you find hardest?
What I found hardest was not composing the music, but it's composing it to the film, because I had to find the right tempo to fit what was going on screen to hit like major hit points. So the first time I did it, I was at like 100 BPM, and it was quite slow. It wasn't really fitting the orchestral breaks tempo, so I had to change that to a tempo which was higher, but then also hit the major hit points, which came out at 139. So some of the hit points are slightly off, but there's nothing I can really do about that, because if I slow it down anymore, then it just loses the fast-paced feel.
Hi, we're just about to record some footsteps for Foley. We're using a Shure SM57 because it's a dynamic microphone, so we'll get the clearer and a more perfect sound. So here we go. Alright. And we've also taken our shoes off for a lighter sound, because on our opening scene we've got a person sneaking in through a door, and it's like a covert operation that he's doing because he's like an assassin. So, okay.
For the silenced gunshot, we want to get a whipping sound, because it's like on silenced guns. So I thought we'd use this pole thing, metal pole, to get like a whoosh sound. And then we need some coat rustling, so at the same time, later on in the editing process, we can use some rustling that's going to happen. And we thought we may as well get some rustling on its own, so let's do a little dance and by the microphone.
There's also a part in the film where there's well, it's actually quite a complicated part. We had to get the effect of multiple shells falling down. So we've basically got this, and we did this.
For the candlestick, we got a metal object and hit it against a metal object. When doing this, we made sure that we let the sound ring fully out and to get the full sound before hitting it again.
Okay, so about to do the mix down here, and some key important issues to keep in mind when doing this. Making sure the music doesn't crowd the important hit points like punches and things. And how do you reckon we should do this?
Well, we need to also hear some of the footsteps as well, because it's really hard to get those footsteps to come through, especially since the music is so intense. Like, we've already mixed down the music and everything on the music sounds good, but now we need to mix it to the Foley. So we'll have to do a lot of automation on the volume. Here's a sample. So you see, we're going to have to try and get punches to come through this sound, which it'll be quite difficult.